Have you tried getting yourself an air conditioning unit with the very best manufacturers and exporters in the world, Daikin? Now, we're going to have a chat with the VP and learn a bit more about this industry. Welcome to the show once again. I'm Peter Ngigi. Let's get it in. How does your Daikin remote controller work? First, make sure the remote is always aimed at the indoor unit. Here's your indoor unit. Make sure it's always aimed towards the indoor unit. Now, displays the current settings. On and off, press this button right over here once to start the operation, and of course press it the second time to stop it. Temperature adjustment. Press the button either up or down to change the temperature settings within your indoor unit. Fan setting, which is right over here, selects the airflow rate setting. Press it to advance the airflow rate setting in sequence. Now, powerful, what you have over here, the operation quickly maximizes the cooling or heating effect. This powerful mode ends either automatically or after 20 minutes by pressing the button again. Now, mode selector, you go to your mode selector right over here, press this button to select the operation mode to automatic cool heat changeover. This is based on the room and outside temperature. Dry when you want it to reduce the room humidity, you press cool when you want it to cool the room, and heat when you want it to heat the room by taking heat from the outdoor air to indoor units or fan when you only want activity from the fan. Now they've got another button right over here called the Econo. Now press and select the desired mode. The Econo mode operation is a function that enables sufficient operation by limiting the maximum power consumption. So you've also got the swing capability. Press the swing button for directing the airflow direction. Press this button to change the airflow direction. And that is about it. For more information, visit www.daikin.eastafrica.com. Now, speaking of which, Daikin had the Connect 22 event whereby the VP was here, and they're just here to reaffirm their presence here in the East African region. Now, here's what happened at the event. Daikin's Vice President for International Business, Mr. Manoj Agarwal, was in the country, and he visited various distributors. One visit that was of note was Universal Engineering Systems Limited. Of course, they cut some cake and took pictures that reaffirmed that this time round, Daikin means business. Connect 22 was in fact a very good event. They celebrated this Friday, and it was action-packed with a lot of excitement to set the mood right. There was the arrival of the guests, whom were welcomed with drinks as they got to mingle and interact. Guests settled down, and there was a vibrant dance from the Sarakasi dancers. Daikin videos that were played for the audience. An award ceremony where trophies and plaques were handed to the very best sales representative achievers. And, of course, speeches from various managers, not forgetting the remarks from Daikin's India Vice President for International Business, Mr. Manoj Agarwal.
All of you are here today, and if you are here, that means that there is some kind of an association or some kind of an anticipation of an association with Daikin. That is what brings us here together.
We'll be back with more right after the commercial break. And welcome back from the commercial break. Now, as I had mentioned, we're going to look at air conditioning systems, and we've got the expert to just tell us a little bit about that. We've got Rajiv all the way from India. Welcome to Property Focus.
Thank you, Peter.
Brilliant. Glad to have you onto the show.
Thank you, Jumbo.
Jumbo. Tell us about yourself.
So, hi everyone. I am Rajiv Khatri, and I am from Daikin. And I am basically a product leader, and I have a responsibility of developing and introducing a new product and price mix for the air conditioner for various regions of the world, including East Africa. So I am basically a mechanical engineer and I have 17 years of work experience in HVAC.
Wonderful, wonderful. Rajiv, how do air conditioning systems work?
Okay, so before tell you how this air conditioner works, I would like to tell you what is exactly an air conditioner. So this air conditioner basically controls the temperature, reduces humidity, it supplies the clean air, and also it distributes the air in the air conditioning space. So basically in air conditioner there are 4 components. We call it condenser, we call it evaporator, and compressor and expansion devices. And of course a medium is required to circulate in between these elements. We call it refrigerant. And when the high pressure liquid refrigerant moves into expansion device, it reduces its pressure and temperature, and that's why that is the reason we get it the cool air. For in the air conditioner, normally in an indoor unit, some fan or blower is there, and that fan and blower, that air passes through that coil, and we get the cool air.
So, what does Daikin have in store for us this time round?
On Friday, we had an event we called Connect 22, where we displayed all the product and we explained about our products. And there was a lot of gathering there, where different people from different segments like consultants and architects and customers attended that event, including our channel partners.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now, what are some of the unique capabilities that the Daikin products or air conditioning systems have?
Okay, so I'll talk about a split air conditioner first. So a split air conditioner, we have inverter and non-inverter lineups. So in case of these split air conditioner, we have swing compressor, neo swing compressor with reluctant DC motor, which gives higher efficiency and better comfort. Then we have a stabilizer inside and a stabilizer free features, which will give you flexibility of not using stabilizer separately. Then we have a power supply at outdoor unit, that is basically for the product safety. That is basically for safety. Then we have some comfort features like coined airflow, then power chill operation, then good sleep off timer, right? And many other features we have in our products.
Fantastic. Now you mentioned inverter and non-inverter. What is that?
So inverter air conditioner is having variable compressor speed, variable speed compressors, and that are the latest technology which we are using in our air conditioners. So the benefit of using inverter compressor is basically it saves the energy. Whenever load is varying, load always varies. So when load varies, so it takes the power as per the load requirement only, right? While in non-inverter case, it is a fixed speed compressor. So continuously it will take the power, and when temperature achieves, the compressor cuts off and then again it starts. So it takes some peak power when it starts. So the average power consumption in case of non-inverter is higher, and in case of inverter we can get a benefit of power saving.
Fantastic, fantastic. Rajiv, give us your parting shot.
Daikin is world's leading air conditioning company from Japan. So we are the air conditioning specialists. So we are looking at Africa as a growth engine. So definitely we are providing best in class products and sales and services. So we are looking for every product people buy should be of Daikin.
Well, thank you very much for coming onto the show. That's brilliant.
Thank you, Peter.
Good, good, good. Now you heard it from Rajiv, an air conditioning specialist who's had over 17 years experience in the industry. Now, we're going to move on to the man of the hour himself, Manoj Agarwal, in just a moment, and he's going to tell us from an industry perspective about air conditioning units. Stay tuned. And welcome back. As promised, we have the man of the hour, the vice president of the biggest global manufacturer and exporting air conditioning company in the world. We've got Manoj Agarwal here with us at Property Focus, and welcome to Kenya.
Thank you so much, Peter.
Brilliant. Tell us about yourself.
Okay, once again, thank you for having me here. My name is Manoj Agarwal. I represent Daikin Air Conditioning India Private Limited. I work with them in the capacity of Vice President Exports Business. So exports is a strong focus area within Daikin, and I lead that business for whatever exports we do across the world.
Has Daikin managed to stay ahead of the pack in the air conditioning market?
See, Daikin is a company which is in its 97th year of existence. And we are a company which very strongly believes in innovation. So we stay ahead of, or let me say half a step ahead of competition by introducing cutting edge technology to the world. For example, if I talk to you about Kenya, the highest energy efficiency product that you would find in Kenya is a Daikin product. The VRV technology, which was introduced by Daikin in 1982, transformed the entire way air conditioning is looked at and offered as a solution to buildings. The R32 refrigerant, which is a Daikin proprietary refrigerant, patent was opened to other companies, is a refrigerant with the lowest global warming potential. So we endlessly invest in research and development. Roughly 2% of our turnover annually goes into research and development to stay ahead of the competition.
Now, if it's one thing that COVID has taught us, it's taught us to think differently. How are you thinking differently as an individual and as an institution?
COVID has certainly taught us its own lessons. The whole world suffered badly, and so did we. But in the Daikin culture, we believe in changing adversity to opportunity. So we utilized this time organizationally to build up our manufacturing capabilities, to build up our supply chain, to be in a better position to cater to the various demands of various countries across the world. In East Africa, we, during COVID time, introduced a market fit customized product range here for our customers. We invested a lot in training. So in COVID times, in FY21 itself, more than 2,000 man hours of training with more than 800 participants online mostly was done throughout East Africa. So we tried to gain in whatever way possible we could to make use of this opportunity.
What are some of the new trends Daikin is using to sort of just accelerate their business processes or their production processes?
Okay, we are investing a lot in AI and IoT, and therefore my expectation is that the products that we roll out in future will be much more intelligent to exceed the customer expectations on one side. COVID taught us that air purification is a very big need across the world. And therefore, one of the range of products that we have introduced in Kenya too is fitted with the streamer discharge technology. It has been tested that prolonged use of streamer discharge technology can neutralize the Omicron strain of COVID-19 virus. So prolonged usage can help neutralize that to 99.9%. So that is another focus area. We are very, very strongly focusing on the refrigeration side of business also and building our capabilities there because food preservation is a very, very big need. So that is another area which is a very strong focus with us in future.
Now, given that Daikin is the biggest globally, you're doing about $25 billion. What's your philosophy when it comes to contributing to the community?
Community is at the core of whatever we do. We divide it at 3 levels. One is at the complete earth level, where we say concern for earth or concern for environment. It is an adopted goal at Daikin to be net zero by 2050. The R32 refrigerant that I already spoke to you about, which has one of the least global warming potentials, was a step that Daikin took towards this direction. Second is concern for cities. Our products are perhaps one of the greenest and the most energy efficient, contributing to the cities. Third is concern for people. When we say concern for people, people's health is extremely important, and air conditioning is a product which not only gives you comfort but immensely contributes you to managing your environment, having your air, having pure air around you, and therefore concern for, contributing to people's health. In addition, as an organization, we focus very, very strongly towards training and skill development. So right now we are focused more on training and developing the skill of our own partners here. Gradually you will see this expanding to the larger air conditioning community, and then maybe to the students and other people also. So these are some of the ways in which we contribute.
It's sort of not proven, but not too many African households would usually have air conditioning systems in their home. What's your penetration strategy for that?
Okay, we are very strongly focused on the volume zone, and we very firmly believe in grow the market and create the market. Today, Africa is largely green, and the penetration level, especially at the residential level, is low. But we have cities transforming over the period of time, and I am sure that in Africa also, as affordability goes up, as cities become more populated, this is a trend which will undergo a change over the period of time. Today, air conditioning is not a luxury, it is a necessity. So therefore, I'm sure that penetration levels across Africa, as people's earning power goes up, as their affordability goes up, as they become aware of better technology, better product, as energy efficiency improves, gradually penetration levels will also improve.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Now give us your parting shot.
As Daikin, we have entered East Africa to be the #1 player in air conditioning here. It is our endeavor that we achieve this position by 2025. And I am sure that with the continuous support of our customers, our channel partners, and the various influencers, we should be able to achieve this goal successfully.
Well, thank you very much for coming onto the show.
Thank you so much, Peter, for having me here. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for tuning in. Remember, our handles are right at the bottom of the screen. If you ever want us to talk about your product, your development, your household item, whatever the case, so long as it relates with architecture, building, construction, and real estate. I've been your host, Peter Ngigi. Do have a lovely, lovely week ahead. Ciao.